All right, guys, we're getting started. We got about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Introduce yourself. Tell us where you're calling from.
You are my trusted friend. You I can't stand. You take me away from the pain, and you bring me paradise. When I have love, you brought sunshine in my life.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome.
I was supposed to be loved. That you love can be replaced. My everything, you're the reason why I say everything. You are everything, and everything in you. My love, you made my dreams come true. And every night I pray, you'll never go away. I promise I was right until the day you die. To treat you like a king. You are my everything, and take me away from my pain, and you bring me paradise. Yeah. You brought sunshine in my life. Never return to me. That you love can be replaced. You are everything. You're the reason. I say everything. You are everything.
Let's get this show started. Let's do it.
Have you heard? Do you know a new way for your money to grow? Not talking about a bank, or stock market bank. Here's what we're saying. Foundation we're laying. This all thanks to money. Digital currency is changing the world. A way to even the playing field. Power for the people to wield. Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business. Ask MLS systems how to get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Here to raise our financial wisdom.
Spreading like a wildfire all over the world. Don't get left out, learn what it's all about. From just pennies to thousands of dollars we going through. A worldwide currency, only a few knew well. MLS system is making it happen. Open your account and get tapped in. Digital currency is an emerging technology. A way to up your financial psychology. It's money you can spend. Let it grow exponentially before you dip in.
It's called cryptocurrency. Changing how the world does business. Just make sure you get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Here to raise our financial wisdom. Countries around the world are jumping in, creating ways to ride the trend. Businesses lining up to accept Bitcoin. Soon every store will join MLS system to get your coins. Get in the mix, learn the tricks. Bitcoin's a basic time 21. Go MLS system to have some fun.
Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business.
All right, guys, welcome. Appreciate you taking the time out of your daily schedule to get up here with me and to learn a few things, what's going on today in the crypto world, what we got going on with the crypto, Bitcoin, credit. We got a whole lot of things going on, guys. Trading, we're going to talk a little bit about all of it. We're going to start off with looking at our charts. I just want to give you a little bit, before we do that, let me get a little bit of information here. I am not a financial advisor, okay? This information is for educational purposes only. I got to say these things, so you say I won't be doing anything illegal, right? So anything heard on this broadcast is intended to not to be a substitute to obtaining accounting, tax, or financial advice from a licensed professional. Beware of scammers. We will never commit or comment or email you or inbox you to say, hey, send us your Bitcoin, or we'll send you back a this amount of coin, or send us this Ethereum. Those things are scams, guys, online. Please don't do it. Now, let's get that out the way. We're good. Let's move on and look at our charts. I'm going to move on. I'm going to share our charts with you real quick because we're going to dive in. There's a lot of things I need to talk about today, so I don't have a lot of time for no fluff. Let's get to it. I'm going to share my screen here, and we are going to look at our charts over here. Let's do it. Let's maximize our screen real quick. And so you get a good idea of what's really out here happening right now. Like this is going on right this very second, okay? These are live charts. This is Bitcoin. You notice here it says this is let's look at a 4-hour chart. I want to show you that. It's a 4-hour chart right here. 15-minute chart to your right. There's a small 15-minute chart. There's a 30-minute chart, 60-minute chart. It's a 4-hour chart. This happened today, okay? So yesterday, we were down here yesterday around, give you a good idea where we were, all right? We was down here yesterday around 34,000. I'm sorry, right here, 37,000, about 37,000, okay? 37,000. The day before, it was around 34,000, and the low is 33,000. So we've been creeping up off these lows. So what's been happening is you get a big push down, then it comes all the way back up. It fakes you out like it's going to keep going. It pulls back down again, makes a lower low, and it drops like a bat out of hell. Just drops, elevator down, boom. And then it turns around, went back up, came back down. And then today we went up here toward the end of the day. And all of a sudden now we had 37,000. And now at this very moment, we're trading around 43,000, about 43,000 right now. All right. What's the target? So our first target right now from this standpoint is to get back to 45,800. Let's say 45, 46,000, about 46,000, basically right here, about 46,000. Okay, that's what we're looking for. That's the high print what we're looking to get back to. Now, if it pulls back and it starts breaking the low again, then it's going to go back and it's going to go back a little bit lower. It's not going to. I don't think it's going to go back to the low, which is about 33,000 some change. But it is making some points of going back down. But these are two different scenarios. I don't know which way it's going to go because it's been faking out. We have not been getting a powerful move to sustain it. I put it that way. We are not in sustainment mode. But when is a good time to jump in? Anytime you get to these lows and you want to jump in, get a little bit, which I've been teaching, get a little bit, right? And then what happens when it does start to break, 45, 50,000, 60,000, you're already in the mix. That's in the Bitcoin side. When we look at the crypto, we look at all the other coins, they are in the boat with crypto, right? So as Bitcoin is climbing, so is a lot of these other coins. I'm gonna maximize this chart here. So a lot of these other coins that are in, for example, look at these percentages. I just want to go to percentages here. We're just gonna rock it out. The last 7 days, you got this thing here, 99%, right? 99%, 47% in the last 24 hours is called waves. Luna, I've been loving Luna. I've been liking Luna. 74% in the last 7 days, 19% in the last 24 hours. So this is how you look at your charts, right? You get to your charts here. I'm using coin market cap, okay? You get there, look at what's going on, change your percentages, 7-day percentages. You can see what's going on. And then you can also transfer it to the 24 hours, what's happening in 24 hours. What you want to see though is the names that are still in the low prints, $1, $5, $7, because they have a lot of potential to keep moving, right? A lot of potential to keep moving. You can also get some little small ones that just popped out. They always got a chance of going up. You never know which one is going to be. But here you see 16%, 17%. It's just rocking, right? It's just going up, doing its thing. But the last 7 days, the last 24 hours, you can see here, we got some things been up 47%. That's waves again. That's in the top 100, right? This is huge, guys. This is huge. So, but just being in there, having some coins ready to go, I would definitely say to you that you want to have some money on the side. Never go 100% in, because you don't want to be 100% in one coin. There's always coins moving. And so you got to have some reserves left over so you can actually put into those reserves. All right. So right now, Bitcoin is showing good signs. Let's look at Ethereum. Let's go to our market cap real quick. I'm just going to look at our market overview. I'm going to go here and look at our market overview. I got about 8 charts up. And these are 8 charts. I'm looking at the whole, not the whole market, but a conglomerate of the market. So I got Bitcoin on my left. I got what they call spiders, S&P 500 right here. I got oil, US oil right here. I got a euro dollar right here. Right below that is Chainlink. Right over here next to it is gold. Gold is on the bottom. We got the Dow 30 sitting at the bottom of that. And then on Ethereum is below that. Okay, right on the left. Now, when you look at what's happening with gold is trending up. So gold has got a nice little trend up, trying to get back to the high print. We don't know, it may get there. Oil has been the key. If you've been looking at oil right now has been the key, guys. Looking at oil, I'm bringing it up. Oil right now is getting ready to go to $100 a coin. $100 a barrel. Right now we at $97.52 a barrel, trying to get to $100 a barrel. What does that really mean for you though? For us, it means we might be paying about $5 a gallon of gas. Okay, $5 for a gallon of gas. Now, I trade oil. I'm just letting you know. So I don't care which way it goes, because I'm going to use what I'm trading to make, to put gas in my car. But it's a good thing to understand what oil looks like and when it's a good time to jump in oil. When it's, look for the pullback. It's going to happen. Eventually going to pull back. But definitely is a place you want to be a part of, looking at oil. Okay. Euro. The euro has been what we call seesaw, going up, pulling back down, going back up, pulling back down, and it's not really doing the breakout. Not at all. There's no breakout here, and we are in what we call an actual pennant going in that direction. So you can see the range, what it's doing, right? So this is a weekly chart. All right, it's a weekly chart I'm looking at. I'm not looking at the small chart. I'm looking at a weekly chart. Okay. All right. So the beautiful thing is that you can play your role when it's time to jump in and jump out of it. All right. The S&P is pulling back down for the moment, right? We trying to get back above this level right here. We were below the level, okay, and now we're trying to pull back up and get back above this level up in this range. So that's what the S&P is trying to do. We are trading back up. So if I go to a shorter time frame, for example, let me go to a 60-minute chart here. All right, it's a 60-minute chart. All right, so you can see that we was at the low print. I'm gonna maximize it. We was at the low print down here. We broke through that low print, okay, and then we came back up. So now we're trying to break through and trying to see, can we sustain this and keep going back higher? Right now, we just came off the bottom, okay? Just letting you know that we just came off the bottom, which was about this range right there, about 4,100, okay? About 4,114, trying to go back up. I'm just giving you an overview of all of it. Let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is looking good. I'm loving what Bitcoin did. That was a low print for the year, okay? Now we made a higher low, right, for the year. And so now we're trying to get through. Can we get through this high print, which is right here? Can we get through this high print? That's where we're trying to go, right there. All right. We're trying to get back to this range. And if we get back to that range and break through it, we looking real good in the Bitcoin space. Now, for all the folks out there that said, I don't care about Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever, they follow each other. Ethereum is following Bitcoin, just point blank. Right now, Ethereum is around about 2,900, almost 3,000. Okay, and it's trying to do the same thing. It's trying to come back around this range, right? And let's look at it a longer time frame here. You can see the level that it was at. It's fighting this level. Okay, it's hitting this trend line right here, right? Hitting this trend line, and it's bouncing off of it. It was up here, now it's coming. That's the actual price right now. So it's pulling back off that line, right? It's obeying this line right here. It's obeying it. So we got to see, is it going to pull away and start going back higher, as you see over here? Can we pull back down, play around with it, and then break out? Can we get a breakout over here? That's what we're looking for. Okay. So if you're a Ethereum enthusiast, there you go. Just gave you some input on that. Gold, right here is bouncing off this level. We looking good. The chain link, a lot of other coins we got out here is looking pretty good because Bitcoin is going up. All right, enough about that. Now let's talk about something else. That's our credit. I mean, that's our trading. Now I got to jump in. I got to jump into what we just launched, which is going to be our credit. And I just want to give you some information about our credit. What is our credit doing for everybody? So right now we are just launched our credit repair business, and I just want to give you a little bit of information on that. So let me stop sharing for a moment. We're going to stop sharing, okay? And I just want to talk to you real quick about credit, because there's a lot of people, because of the COVID-19, COVID-20, right? What's been happening in 21. Now we're in 22, and a lot of people have not recovered. Jobs have started to be created. People going back to work now, right? New York City just launched today. They're going to start letting people go back to the office about 2 days a week. And other cities are doing basically the same thing, right? Coming in 2 days, 3 days a week. They're trying to get back to 5 days a week. But a lot of people that could have those type of jobs, they good. For the folks that that lost their jobs, they're still trying to fight out there. A lot of people lost their apartments. They being kicked out. And so the credit game right now is that, okay, I got to start getting my credit fixed. I got to find some solutions. The first thing I'm going to teach you about credit is start getting some cash flow. Start getting some cash flow. Having good credit with no money coming in don't mean a damn thing. You got to get some cash flow. You can have a 750 score, 800 score right now. If you got no cash flow, you can't show them any kind of way to get cash flow coming in. You may not get that loan or credit card or nothing, because you're not showing any kind of money coming in, right? And so the first thing you got to do is create the cash flow. Within our system, we have a way for you to create cash flow, and with credit, a way for MLS Bitcoin Club, Trading Academy, just by inviting people is one way of producing extra cash flow. But what I want to say to you though, if you can get your cash flow coming up, get it up, then you can start paying down the debt, and you can work out some situations with your creditors to probably salvage that relationship before it's 120 days late, right? Before it's 120 days late. Once it gets 120 days late, most likely you cannot salvage that relationship, and therefore it's going to go into collections or something else that may happen, right? So that's just one thing you can do, is try to get the cash flow up. We got ways for you to make cash flow. We have multiple ways for you to make cash flow, just by inviting folks, learning to get into the crypto game. And then when you start be able to get loans, and then start getting to your, getting your credit cards moving in the right direction, and then you start paying down the debt. One thing I'm going to teach you about debt real quick is, when it comes to your credit, you want to pay down your debt to below 30%, not 30%, below like 29, 28, 22. And then eventually you want to get below 10%. on that credit until you start transitioning to business credit. Once you transition to business credit, you can maximize your credit cards out. You can maximize them out, right? You could be at a if you got a $15,000 credit card, you can use the whole 15,000. It will not show up on your credit report unless it's Capital One. Capital One is not a true business card because they report on your personal side. You want business cards that report only to the business, not to the personal. Okay, unless you building your credit in that instance. All right, so let's give you a point on that. But it's time. It's right now. We got about 9 months. I'm sorry, we got 10 months to go left in this year, and it's going pretty fast. Right, today's the last day. We basically about 60 days in. All right, and we got about 10 months to go, and it's got to you got to start building a plan now. Your plan is it going to get better? Or are you going to get better what the situation is right now, or is it going to be worse by the end of the year? You got to start making changes, guys, right? And one thing I want to say to you when it comes to the mindset, you just got to start believing that you can do better. Stop looking at the circumstances you are right now because that's all temporary. These circumstances are temporary right now, unless other things happen. But these are temporary circumstances. Okay. And so you can get through what you're getting through. You can get through what you're getting through, right? It just take a little bit of time. It take a little bit of planning. You got to plan it out. And once you plan it out, then you just got to start approaching it every single day, right? So every meeting that you have with somebody, it's got to be for a goal to get you moving forward. If you just out here shooting, just talking and not really saying nothing, y'all just jiving, if that's all y'all doing, then you wasting time. You should be on YouTube, learning something, getting some new skills. That's going to change your life. If you just out here day to day looking at TV and looking for a better life, it's not going to come. You can pray all you want. It's not going to come to you because you're not pursuing it. You have to pursue your wealth. You have to pursue what you want to do. Pursuing is going to be the key to your transformation, right? You don't need all the answers to do what you need to do. If you want to start a daycare center, you want to start learning how to trade, you want to start, getting into the diamond industry, you want to start getting into crypto, you don't need all the answers to get going. You just got to find somebody to teach you to start going and then start doing. The doing is the part where you learn. Listening and not doing, you're not learning anything because you got to go through a process as you're doing it, right? You become the expert when you start doing, okay? So I'm going to give that to you. Please understand what I'm saying to you right now. Your credit is going to be the number one deal to elevate you in 2022 and 2023 and beyond. Your credit is going to be the elevation that you need to get better, that needs to be squared away, that needs to get, 100%, wherever it is right now. It's time to get that change and go in the upper direction, right? You got to get to the 720s, 730s, 750s, right? You got to get to those ranges where you get going, okay? And once you start doing that, then your life, credit-wise, plus the cash flow, right? Good credit, no cash flow is not going to help. But to elevate you, your credit is got to be the number one tool that you got to get going. All right. So we just launched our credit company. Just getting in the back office. If you're part of MLS, you see some links when you first log in. You can join MLS for free and go in there and learn and see what we're doing. Right in the main page. And then if you want to join one of the levels, you can do it. If you want to join the Trading Academy, you could do it. And so that's going to be inside the MLS system. And to get going, you need somebody to link. You just can't join MLS. You got to join MLS through somebody, right? Somebody has to give you their link for you to get in to join that. All right, that's good with that. Now the next thing, let's talk about this. What is your goals for 2022, and what is your goals for 2023? Because you got to start looking at 2023 now, so you can start building out 2022 to reach the goals you want to do in 2023. Let me give you an example. Let's say you want to get a house. You're ready to get your first house or a nice big house, and you're ready to make some things happen in 2022. It might take a year and a half to get to the point where you want to be. You're looking at the cash flow. You're looking at the new relationships that's going to be bonded with you. It's going to be everything in this aspect is going to go, right? Everything's going to happen in that direction. So you got to start thinking in that direction. Who I'm going to talk with, who I'm going to be with, right? What's going to happen? Who's going to help me get to where my challenge is going to be? That's what I got to do. I got to see all that information where I'm trying to do. I got to have a plan now so I can get there in the future. I can't just wake up in the future and say, okay, I'm here. Where's my house? Where's my car? Where's my $100,000 or 200,000? Where my stuff at? I just woke up. You got to start working on it now. The key is now, right? We've been building MLS Bitcoin Club since 2016. I've been building MLS alone since 2014. So I've been around for a few years, right? About 8 years now. And so the goal of it is my mission is always about you. How can I help you to become better? How can I help you become more stable in your life, more cash flow in your life, more wealth in your life, right? Prosperity is what we all about. And that's what we teach you everything about money within this club, right? As much as I know, I'm teaching you everything we can do to help you get moving in the right direction. But one thing I do see fail in this club is that a lot of you do not take the lessons and work on the lessons. Some of you do. Very proud of you, right? We got a few members that took the information in the back office and they turned their credit score around, right? They got extreme credit now. They got over $100,000 in personal credit. I am so proud of them for doing that. For all the lessons I've been teaching, we got members now that have over 100K in personal credit. And that's huge. Well, I don't need all them credit cards. No, yes, you do. When you need money, it's best to not need it, but you need to have it in case you do need it, right? It's always, you can't go get a loan when you need money. You can't go get money when you need it. They're not going to give it to you. You gotta be able to get the money when you don't need it. And that's the whole point when it comes to credit and building wealth. You got to build it now, get the cash flow in your name, get it now and going in your direction. So when you do need it, it's already there. That's the whole purpose. You can't go get loans when you need it. I'm just telling you right now, as a businessman and as anything else, I've been on the other side, right? Been in welfare. I've been on all that, trying to get loans, bad credit. That been to the whole nine, right? You can't get it when you need it. But now you don't need it and they give you every damn thing. That don't make sense, but that's the way it is. That's the reality where we are. So look at your years you've been on the earth right now and how many more years you got to go. Is it going to be worth you living, right? And what they call scarcity, or does it feel better to be living in prosperity, right? It's always better to be living in prosperity, right? To have all your needs met, not just your needs. How about your wants? How about your desires, right? That's what life is all about, not just your needs. We want to have the things that we want. We want to have the things that we desire. That's a fulfillment of life. And that's where you need to be, have the fulfillment of life, right? So we talked about that. The credit sources, we got a plan now for the folks that's doing credit that want to be an affiliate. Let me talk about the affiliates real quick. If you want to help us, and by sharing the information about credit, what happens is you're making 20%, 35%, and 50% just by inviting somebody here, just by inviting people to our plan. So let's think about that. That's going to be there, right? And that goes out for the people that said, you know what, I want to get some help. This is what I want to do, and we helping people get going in that direction. Okay. Now that comes after they've been with us for a minute, right? So we helping them, we helping them fix their credit. I'm not going to say remove. We only help them fix their credit to a point where hopefully their scores go up, everything's good. We can't guarantee anything in credit. You can't do it because we don't own the credit bureaus. We don't own the collection agencies. The only thing we're going to do is get in the fight for you. That's the best way I can say it. We're going to get in the fight for you, along with you, get in the fight to help relieve some of that pressure for what's going on with that system. Okay. Credit repair is not it's not a one-trick pony, right? It takes time to get that going. Sometimes it could take 6 months, it could take a year. So, but it's that fight you got to stay in that fight. Stay in that fight to get what you want to do. And so we do a free consultation to let you know, we look at your credit scores, we do a free consultation, and then we can show you some of the issues you have, right? looking at your profile. Then we go to inquiries. Then we go to, what's in your report. And then we go through recommendations, and we show you exactly what needs to be taken care of, right? To include fixing how many names you got on there, right? You're not known by these names. Why all these names on your report? And you'd be surprised how many credit reports is in the wrong name. And to include mine, I had to fix mine. Mine's in the wrong name, right? My name is not that name. And so you got to go through certain things like that. So that's a main point you got to go through. All right, let's shift gears real quick. Let's go to once you do start making money. Now I'm taking you. What we doing right now? We took you from something to learn about trading. We took you to your credit, right? So now we got some money being built. In other words, we got money being built. Okay, we're building some cash flow. Now I'm going to teach you real quick how to transition into the other side. What's the other side? So with Robert Kiyosaki, he came up with a book called The Cash Flow Quadrant, right? So you had the E and the S. The E stands for employee. The S stands for small business owner, right? Self-employed, small business owner. You want to do everything yourself, basically everything yourself. That's the side that most people are poor on, right? Never get rich. But let's say this: professional athletes are employees. They are very rich, right? They are very rich. Okay, so it doesn't mean everybody that's an employee is not rich. That's not true. What I'm saying is that the majority of people that's on there is basically going to be on the other side, the left-hand side. We don't want to be on the left-hand side. We want to strive to get to the right-hand side. What is the right-hand side? That's taking the things like Shaq did. Shaq he got on the right-hand side of business. He started creating businesses, right? He became ownership. He became CEO of a whole bunch of companies. You got it? So when you think about getting on the right-hand side, that's become the business owner. That's when your flourish, your prosperity starts to swing in an upper direction. And when I say business owner, I'm talking about like having multiple, what they call instruments, systems inside your business. Systems. So you can't do everything. You're not doing everything on the right-hand side as the CEO. You have delegations that's being taken place to get the job done. Your job is to go get new business, to go get, better deals. You're not doing really the day-to-day. You got managers and employees that do that. So you want to get on the right-hand side. The other part of that right-hand side is called investments, right? I'm going to get into investments. You got the B and the I, right? I'm going to go to the I side now, investments. So you're learning about how, which is so critical in the stock market, you learn how to do investments, but it's not just the stock market, right? You're going to learn about, real estate. You're going to learn about crypto. You're going to learn about, using insurance products. You're going to learn about just, having the opportunity, venture capitalists to get other businesses that you're going to collaborate with. So these things is going to be on the right-hand side. That's going to produce more cash flow faster than what you would do on your own on the left-hand side. The right-hand side is more powerful, and you got more tax benefits being on the right-hand side. That's where you want to be. Got to get on the right-hand side to start eliminate some of the taxes that you normally pay. It's now going to be part of your expenses to start getting on that right-hand side. You got to be on that right-hand side, guys. So it's hard. That transition is hard because the mindset got to switch. You got to get one foot, as if you're an employee right now, if you're unemployed right now, you want to get one foot on that right-hand side. You got to get that one foot. If you can get that one foot over there, we can teach you what to do. For example, show you how to start a business, right? We can show you how to get into the business even without a product. You can get and start a business even without a product, right? And you start learning to build your products, learn to get your services, because you don't need a product. Some people says, well, I heard this one time before from somebody says, if you don't have a product, you won't have a business. That's crazy. You got services that you can actually offer that can create millions and millions of dollars just by having services. Okay. So there are people on the internet today that have that only provide this service to other people's services and make $1 million. They don't own their own product. They just shoot it out as an affiliate I just gave you an opportunity a little while ago to be an affiliate to what we do, and you get paid on it. You can make $1 million doing that. So there are people that actually make a lot of money. Okay. I would encourage you to change your mindset by getting into the back office or getting on YouTube and learning different things about wealth. That's encouragement. That's gonna get your mindset thinking, because the only thing you know is what you've been taught right now, and most of that is garbage, right? When you've been growing up, not to trust credit cards, not to trust money, that's garbage. All that's garbage, right? That's the stuff that you've been taught, but you got to fight through that, because the way you're going to expand your wealth is to start using that. That's your catch up. When you got credit, that's your catch up. When you got the cash flow coming in, that's your catch up. You can catch up real fast and start moving forward when you have that side, right? But those ideas got to change, because we all got the ideas that came from our grandparents. If you've been blessed as a child to work with a grandparent or a parent as an entrepreneur, you've been blessed, because you know the possibility, what can happen for you. But most people never had that, right? We got very little mom and pop shops, right? Very few people work with an actual CEO. Very few people would work with a CEO, right? That's going to spend time with them. And so when you get a chance to spend time with those people like that, like I just got blessed to be with a billionaire, being coached by a billionaire, right? I got been blessed to do that. It's a privilege. I take that it's a privilege to learn and sit there and listen and ask questions and change this to be a millionaire. It was a struggle. To keep $1 million, it's a struggle. Now to elevate from 1 million to get to 5 million, to get to 10 million, to get to 100 million, that's the next evolution that's what I'm driving into. That's my next evolution. Okay. My mindset is not the same what it was when I was on welfare in the projects of Newark, New Jersey. My mindset is not the same when I joined the military to figure out how to get out of the projects, right? It was not the same that it is today. All that's gone. All that old stuff is gone. Now I'm on a whole new paradigm shift to get to the next evolution of my life. And I'm in the fourth quarter. I'm not in the third quarter. I'm 60. I'm in the fourth quarter, right? And so a lot of people that's in your first quarter, up to 20, 25 years old, you're in your first quarter, right? By the time you get to 40, you already did, you close to halftime. Most people don't live to 80, but you're in halftime by the time you get to 40, right? So right there in halftime, some 40 is your critical, 40 is your critical years. Critical. If you're in your 40s, you should be on your plan right now, driving hard on how you're going to spend your rest of your years, planning to benefit who? The next generation. How are you going to benefit the next generation? Somebody behind you. How are you going to get them moving in the right direction, right? By the time you're 40, that plan should be already in place, and you start to knock it out, right? 40, 43, 45. By the time you're 50, you shift it into the third quarter, 50. By the time you're 60, you just hit the fourth quarter. See, now the time got shorter, right? From 50 to 60, 10 years. Now you jumping into the fourth quarter at 60. Why I say that? Because most folks, especially Black men, your life expectancy is 69 years old. 69. That is it, bruh. 69. If you pass 69, you're doing great. But most Black people, that's men, we're 69 and passing away. So how do we get past that range, right? Better health. So we got to get the health going. We got to get everything else we got to do, right? So, but you jumping into that fourth quarter, those ideas that you did in your 40s and your 50s should be materialized by the time you're in your 60s. It should be already being set up, and systems already in place, business is rolling, cash flow coming in. But what the problem is today, even though we had COVID, a lot of those ideas had to shift. A lot of those people that had money is gone. They got let go from a job. They all that stuff is gone. Those ideas, I'm gonna work this job till I retire. Well, they force you to retire a little bit early. the company closed down, whatever. They brought new talent in and letting the old folks go. That's just reality of it, right? So guys, what am I saying you got to do? You got to start thinking outside the box and not just with the company. Your job is not with that company. Get that out your head. The company don't love you. You may believe it love you. The company don't love you. The company's looking at the bottom line, what they got to do. So it's time for you to step up and start realizing what I got to put in place as a man or a woman, what I got to put in place so that I don't, no matter what happens to the job, I'm prepared because I got cash flow coming in. I got my credit going good. I got extra. I got over $100,000 in personal credit. I started my business. I'm billing $250,000 to $500,000 to $1 million in my business credit. You see, that's going to get you through what you're trying to go through. That's what we got to get to, right? And start building these things and keep the harmony in your life. Harmony is a big, big thing in your life, right? So we all go through challenges right now. We're going through challenges, right? Let me say this one thing to everybody out there too. Just because a person is humble, do not believe that a beast don't sit inside of them. Because I'm the beast right now. I'm humble. I'm very humble. But when I get played, I become a beast, and a beast will be let loose, and it will be a sad day in hell. And I'm putting it out there, letting you guys know what's going on. Some of you guys who know, you don't know who I'm talking about, but it's out there, right? And I'm letting you know right now, when you treat people wrong, it has a consequence to it. Your job is try to relax and fight through it. God got them. No, sometimes God ain't got them, right? Sometimes they want to hurt you just to hurt you. So be humble. Try to be humble. Try to stay free. I pray every single day, guys. I'm telling you, when the money comes in, people find a way to do dirt to you. I'm just being honest with you. People find a way to do dirt to you. You got it? And so you just got to realize, guys, what's really going on out there in the world. You got to try to keep yourself moving in the right direction. Always try to keep yourself moving in the right direction. Keep yourself moving in the right direction. You can get through this bad, pandemic. You can get through it. You can get through it. You can get through it. It's going to be hard, but don't give up, because once you get to the other side, it's all worth it. And I'm telling you right now, it's all worth it. It can all change your life. It's all worth it, guys. I'm just letting you know. So I'm going to close it out real quick. I just want you to understand this, that crypto is on a move. This could be the move. This could be what we've been waiting on for to actually start moving up. It could be. We don't know yet, because it's got to get through these certain levels, because it jumped. Today was a big, huge day in Bitcoin. It was huge. Okay. One day it went all the way back up and broke certain levels in one day. It didn't take 2 days. It did it in one single day. This could be the actual move that we've been waiting on. Okay. So with all that being said, guys, I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you learned a little bit about what's going on. Hope you get your life moving. If you in your fourth quarter right now, like I am, let's get moving, guys. Let's get moving. You don't have time. There's no more time to be sitting by the TVs. It's time to put all this good education, this mentorship, it's all this stuff you need. It's time for you to put it in. It's time for you to put it in. If you're not in the Trade Academy, I advise you to become a free member of MLS so you can join the Trade Academy. I don't open it up to anybody. You got to go through the Trade Academy. MLS Bitcoin Club. You got to be a member of MLS. You got to be a member. I offer to everybody, but you got to become a member MLS to get in. You got to become a free member to get in. Once you become a free member, then you can join the MLS Trade Academy. Okay. So I'm going to take a few questions. You can type it up. You can type up your questions on the inside, and we're going to do just a quick few questions here. And I might do about, let's say 8 to 10 questions. Let's go ahead and do it. Type it in while we in right now. I'm looking at the chat. Go ahead and type it in, and let's see what we can do to get you moving in the right direction. All right. I'm especially thinking about my seniors, folks in their 50s, 60s. I know when I was 50, I said, I'm not a senior yet. Then I hit 60. I said, I'm not a senior yet. And they said, oh, my daughter said, oh, yes, you are, Dad. you a senior? Yes, you are. I said, okay. All right, I'm a senior. I'm a senior now. So I'm doing that transition. I'm a senior now. But I still feel like I'm in my 30s, right? I still feel like that. So let's keep it moving. Go ahead and type something up. If you want me to answer some questions, go ahead and type it in. Put in the information. I'm not looking at YouTube right now, so I can't see it from YouTube, but I can see it from, well, I can see it from the chat. If you're in this chat in here, I can see it. Okay. All right. So what we got? Anybody got any questions on me right now? Any questions? Talk to me. Let's see what you got going on. All right. Ohio Crypto Queen family's here. All right. Good. Good. Everything's good. Let me see here. Nothing. No questions. Okay. Y'all don't have any questions? All right. Good to go. Listen, that is our call for the day. Unless you're still typing, I'm gonna wait a minute or two. But that's what I want to say to everybody, right? This was on my heart today. Kai Clark, okay. I like this. Let's put this comment up. So, what's up, Derek? What can you tell me about a corporate soul? A corporate soul. I don't know what it means by the corporate soul. You talking about the having? Expound on that a little bit. I don't want to assume what you're talking about. What do you mean when you say corporate soul? Talk to me. Write it in there. Let me see what you're talking about. Then I can talk about it. All right. We'll go back to your question. Let's go back to this one. What kind of insurance is available based on pre-existing? There's a lot of insurance you can get for pre-existing, right? You can get what they call term insurance. You can get what we call whole life permanent insurance. It all depends on the interest that they're going to pay you based on that, right? They're going to give you a category for pre-existing, right? A lot of things today, since the nurses could not actually draw blood anymore, right? They have you do, they just look at the what they call an MIB. And for the MIB is your medical information board. They're going to go in and they look at your records from your hospital, stuff like that, and they see what your status is health-wise. That's how they get their report. But now it's mostly like a questionnaire. The insurance today is all about questionnaires. The nurses don't really come to your house anymore because of the COVID scare. They might be getting ready to start that up again. Let's go back to that. All right, let's see what else we got up in here. So he said, let me see here. Okay, is the website going to be updated or changed? Rufus, the website going to be updated or changed? It is going to be updated or changed. I'm not going to show you yet. I'm waiting for it to happen. There's going to be what they call, I'm transitioning the members to join a circle. You'll see what I'm talking about when I get it up. But it's definitely going to be changed a little bit. It's going to be we're going to have our own little Facebook group. I'll put it that way. All right. So we're going to be able to see the different courses that you want to be a part of, the different levels you want to be a part of. They're all going to be over there on another site. It's going to be more, dynamic. It's going to talk to a lot of different ways. But the information that's on our website now is still valid. I don't know. People says, well, it's old. I said, what's old about it? Like my trading, I have my trading updated and I'm still like looking at those lessons. They still valid. I don't care if I did a trading 2 years ago, which I have to stay in there. They're still valid. Everything is in there is valid. Nothing's in there is not valid, right? Even the website. The only thing that's not valid now is BTC.com. The big BTC.com is going away. Anybody that has BTC, a wallet on BTC.com, you have to get rid of it, right? Because they're telling you right now, by tomorrow, it's going away. So you really got to go in there today and get it and just withdraw it all the way out. You're not going to lose your funds, though. Let's go to the next one. What we got here? Credit union better than bank. Credit unions is not better than a bank. They just do different than a bank. Credit unions are more flexible than banks are with some of their products, but the banks give you better products when it comes to, for example, HELOCs or different things like that. You're going to go through a major bank to get that done. Okay. But certain things, a bank is better, but the relationship inside of a credit union is a lot better than it is in a bank, right? Because it's a lot smaller. And therefore, they want you to do, they'll give you more assets to cash flow. Okay. Let's go with this one. Jeannie, she says, Wallstreet, when can you get a moment? I need to speak to you. Okay, we can do that. Let's go over here. Wallstreet, when you get, okay, I got that. Let's go to this next one. All right. Can you open a business account in a credit union? Yes, I got 2 business accounts in a credit union. Absolutely. Absolutely. You can open a business account in a credit union. Absolutely. Okay. Let's go to the next one. A corporate sole legal entity consists of a single sole incorporated office occupied by a single sole natural person. The answer to that question is yes. You can have what they call an LLC. You can have a single member LLC. You can also have an S corporation. right? Right, you don't have to have a board of directors and all that good stuff. So yes, you can have that done. Okay. What else? Let's go to the next one. Marvin Adams, $8.95. Yes. Okay. I don't know what that means. $8.95. I don't know what that means right there. Teach Wall Street, teach. Okay, Miss Battle, we got you. Tony Battle in the house. Okay, cool. So when it comes to, let me say this, everybody. When it comes to knowledge, knowledge is cool to know, to understand, but if you're not applying it, it don't mean a hill of beans. If you may have all the answers. Let me give you a point. If you look at a librarian, they got the biggest resource in the world, right? But they still, a lot of them are still not rich. But they got all the resources, they got all the knowledge in the world. Tell you where to find anything you want to find that applies to a subject. They can tell you where to go, where to find it, where the book, what shelf it's on. They can tell you exactly what it is. But they're still not rich. Why is that? Because they're not putting forth the effort to learn the different things on those different shelves. Now, here you are today. We got the biggest computer system in the world. It's on your phone. Your phone can reach out to learn any subject in the world at any time, at any place. Doesn't matter. You're good to go. You can learn anything. And still, we walk around here broke. Broke is a joke. Why is that? Why is that? Because we're not using the resources that we have. Having the knowledge and actually applying the knowledge is two different things. So you got to make a choice. Are you going to apply the knowledge? Are you going to apply the knowledge? If you apply the knowledge and things start to change for you, then everything's going to change for you. You got it? That's how we're going to do it. Okay? Guys, look, I wish you the best in 2022. There's no reason for you to be broke. There's no reason for you to be lack of money. There's no reason for you to not be eating whatever you want to eat or exercise wherever you want to exercise, travel wherever you want to travel. There is no reason why you can't do something. There's no reason. There's no reason. The only reason, or the only difference is the people that's applying it and the folks that decide to sit back and relax. You have to start applying it. That's why you got kids today that's only, 22, 25 years old. They building businesses. Like, how did this person came out of nowhere and built $1 million business? Because they have took the information, they applying it, what's going on, right? That's what's happening. You in your life, you're going to get certain opportunities that are going to make you rich. We started Bitcoin in 2016. Bitcoin made me rich, right? Made me rich. Bitcoin made me rich. Well, I'll put it this way, because I don't call $1 million rich. When I get 100 million, I'm rich. Okay. But what I'm saying to you, it got me to the 7-figure land, right? But the point is, it don't mean nothing. It's still not a lot of money. I did hit it. I did see it. I do see the fruits of it. I can get there. I taught people how to do it, right? But it should have been a lot more people in our club to be a millionaire. We should have a lot more millionaires in this club. Absolutely, hands down. It was without excuse. We should have at least 1,000 people that became millionaires, right? We should have came that 1,000 folks should have became millionaires. 1,000 people. But guess what? We don't. Why? It's because people gave up. People didn't put up. They didn't follow the information. They waiting for something. I don't know what you waiting for, but you waiting for something, and I don't know what that is. What is it that you're waiting for? Right? Making a meeting, and we used to have 500 people on this call. Locked down, 500 people on this call. 500, at least 3 days a week. 500 folks. But guess what? They still wasn't progressing, still wasn't doing it. Something was missing to get them to take action. We'd be on a call sometime from 9 o'clock to 12 midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. But things still wasn't happening. What wasn't progressing? It was more like entertainment than it was folks actually doing, progressing, becoming the do part. The do part did not take place. You understand? The do, be no do. They be no, they missed the do part, did not do. Since the do part didn't exist, they stayed in the same position where they were. You got it? That's not good. Because a lot of things that we taught you to do is usually is an individual thing, right? It didn't depend on people. You didn't have to get other people to do it. It was an individual thing. And that's what we're trying to do now. So I want to take 2022 and I want for the next 10 months, I want us to start doing more things, not just listening and no action. We got to get to the action part. Okay. All right, guys. Look, much love. Sometimes I'm kind of hard. Sometimes I am. I get it. I am. But I'm trying to get you somewhere that you may not even see for yourself. You may not even see it, but I do. I see it for you if you take place and you get it done. With that being said, let me play my song. I appreciate you guys coming in, making things happen. It's been a blessing. And I hope you take this blessing and do something with it. You guys take care.
Have you heard? Do you know a new way for your money to grow? Not talking about a bank, or stock market bank. Here's what we're saying. The foundation we're laying. This all takes some money. Digital currency is changing the world. A way to even the playing field. How other people do it. Cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency. Changing how the world does business. Ask MLS system how to get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Here to raise our financial wisdom.
Spreading like a wildfire all over the world. Don't get left out, learn what it's all about. From just pennies to thousands of dollars, we might rule a worldwide currency. Only if you knew well, MLS system is making it happen. Open your account and get tapped in. Digital currency is an emerging technology, a way to up your financial psychology. It's money you can spend. Let it grow exponentially before you dip in.
It's called cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency. Changing how the world does business. Just make sure you get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Here to raise our financial wisdom. Countries around the world are jumping in, creating ways to ride the train. Businesses lining up to accept Bitcoin. Soon every store will join MLS system to give you your coins. Get in the mix, learn the tricks. Bitcoins are facing the dark 21. Go MLS system to have some fun.
Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business.
Good night, everybody. Have a good one.